So there is a lot of cultural difference. There is a lot of difference in how we used to study in India. So it's like more of a study and then exam, then study and exam. So it's not like this year. So initially, you would not understand what to expect.
I would say coming to Australia, I noticed that people just really are able to directly say um, their opinions in a good way. And from where I'm from, there's always a lot of communication barriers, especially when it comes to like giving your opinion to people, especially older than you. So I would be considered rude if you would say being direct or being straightforward. So a lot of like opinions or topics. But here, people with they do it nicely. People express themselves, being able to directly just communicate their thoughts, and that was a little bit of a culture shock for me because I've always been taught how to filter a lot and think a lot before saying something, which is still applicable to this day, no matter where you go. But now I'm kind of used to it, so I'm able to, without fear, like speak to my boss if there's something like that needs to be addressed, which something that I wasn't when I was younger or when I was in the Philippines. So I think that was just my biggest culture shock.
I reckon the most biggest cultural shock is that people here are so nice compared to Hong Kong. So in Hong Kong, when you go to a shop or like any shopping mall, the sales there will be quite rude or like they don't really care about you. But like in here, if you go to a restaurant or like a shopping mall, a store, they are so nice and they ask you, "Oh, how are you doing and how's your day?" At first, when I came to Adelaide, I have no idea how to respond, and that was so awkward. But like time to time, I'm so used to it. And now even though when I see someone, I'll ask them, "Oh, how are you? How's your day?" And we all know we don't care. Yeah.
Honestly, I really like the culture here compared to Malaysia. It wasn't a shock to me, but it's really what I like about here.
Where I grew up in Malaysia and Korea, like they kind of all look the same. Like for example, let's say this year, for example, like black shirt is trending this year, then everyone is wearing black shirt. But here, I feel like people just wear whatever they want. Yeah, they look more free to do whatever they want to do. Yeah, like and also seeing tattoos, seeing really cool hairstyles. Because in Asian countries, like guys they all have the same hairstyle, but here I can see guys with long hair, really curly hair. It's quite cool to see different kinds of like looks.
The first semester was very difficult. I was always anxious, what should I be expecting? But then things are getting better. Still, we've been living in certain way since my childhood, so it is difficult to adjust once you grow up. But I guess it's gonna get better.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. What would you say the biggest culture shock was when you first arrived in Adelaide?
Biggest cultural shock was that actually your way of living changes once you go to another country. How you talk to people, how you walk around, how you get to other places. It's very different from my own country. So initially I had a lot of troubles and I was always anxious, even doing small little things, getting from one place to another place. I used to get lost so many times. And then eventually it happened, that as I went about, things got better and I could understand how to go from one place to another. So yeah, I think that was most challenging initially, but then I'm okay.
One thing is everybody just like, "Good day, mate," and have a nice day or something like this. Culture is not what I have experienced in Malaysia before because everybody is just so busy with their lives. But here I find it's more genuine, and everybody is just like feel like you are cared by people or strangers. Yeah.
When I first came here, you know how people say like, "Oh, how are you? You know, how's it going?" Yeah. At first, I actually thought they were really asking me like, "How am I doing?" Yeah, but it turns out it was just, you know, like a way of saying hi. Yeah.
When I first came here, I only speak to people from Hong Kong, like because I was afraid to speak English, especially when you're doing group project. You like communicate with something like speak fluent, not say fluent, but like professional English. So when you don't understand what they're talking about, you feel more shame on yourself. Like, how come like I can't make friends like speak English? But after I joined the Adelaide University Union, we do have group project and like everyone working with us are speaking English. So like when you're so used to it, and then you reckon maybe it's just sometime when it's in group project and they're using professional English, but like in daily life it's actually fine to talk to someone with English. So like recently I make more friends that maybe from Australia or like from other country instead of Hong Kong.